Well, for Australians, today is simply Thursday. But for many Americans who are living on our shores, and of course for Americans living on their own shores, today or the equivalent time, which would be Wednesday, is in fact Thanksgiving. Now, it's not a holiday that we spend a lot of time celebrating here in Australia, but for Americans, it is a very big deal. And so for those who are here in Adelaide at the moment, wherever you are, happy Thanksgiving. I'll ask my guests whether that's what you actually say on a day like today. It is, apparently. I'm getting nods. But certainly two of them who will be, although loving being in Adelaide, I'm sure, but wishing they were perhaps home on a day like today. Sam Logic and Colleen Planeta are both some of our US imports from the in the basketball area in the Adelaide Lightning team. Sam and Colleen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Does it feel weird doing it in Adelaide? Because there's nothing, is there? There's nothing that celebrates Thanksgiving here at the moment for you.
People are at work and, no decorations, and it's spring instead of fall, so, it's a little
bit different, yeah. Like we said, we were talking off air that we don't even have school, maybe even have a week off of it leading up to it. Lots of people have family vacations or any short vacations, even in college and things like that. So it's a little different, just an average day here in Adelaide, but we're going to try and make it special.
I bet you are. I bet you are. Now, Colleen, you've been in Australia for several years. Sam, you've just arrived in recent months.
In August, yes.
August, yes. So when it comes to Thanksgiving, how many, is this the first one that you've been without your families?
I've been gone without my family at home in my hometown for about 6 years because when I was in college, we always had tournaments. They took advantage of not having school and put a whole bunch of games all at once. And then last year I played in France. So
See, I always thought that would be sacrilegious. I thought you were expected to go and be with your family at Thanksgiving.
That's how I feel.
I think that's how it should be. We have a couple things backwards, but but we went and traveled and went to fun places and always had a Thanksgiving dinner with our team, which becomes your family in college. Yeah. They're pretty much close or if not closer than some of your family anyways. But then, last year I was in France and celebrated with my team there. And then this year we're going to celebrate with our team here.
And what about you, Colleen? I mean, you've been in Australia for so long.
Yeah. Well, I played in the winter season the last couple of years, so I was able to go home the last 2 years. But before that, I was in Europe as well, so I missed a couple of Thanksgivings there.
So this is not unusual for you to miss Thanksgiving, sadly.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, well. Now, I've been told off quite roundly on the text line here because I said earlier that that Thanksgiving had the same sort of weight as Christmas in the United States. And someone said that I said it was like Christmas. But how is it like Christmas? American Christians celebrate Christmas too, totally different celebrations. Thanksgiving is for first harvest, and some churches celebrate similar. So can I ask both of you, what is Thanksgiving? What sort of weight is it given by Americans in comparison to, say, Christmas, Colleen?
It's a big deal. It's honestly, it's my favorite holiday. It's one that the entire country celebrates, though. It doesn't matter what your religion is. If you're not, everybody celebrates it. So it is a big deal. It's you get time off of work and school, and it's a time to they jack up the prices for flying because everybody goes home. So it is. It's a very big deal, and just a lot of fun.
You said there are no decorations here, Sam, and that sort of thing. What's a Thanksgiving decoration?
They do a lot of cornucopias and pumpkins.
Turkeys.
You see a lot of turkeys. Just whether it's stuffed animals.
Do they do pumpkins only because they've had them from Halloween, which was only a little while ago?
No, they're new pumpkins.
Yes, because the Halloween ones are jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, they're carved. So these ones are full pumpkins, but just more so of like whether it's stickers or things on cars or tablecloths you put up around the house, lots of leaves. Yeah, everything. I mean, you have your Thanksgiving, some decorations, and then obviously people wait for after Thanksgiving in the States to start
Christmas
getting ready
music,
for Christmas.
Which we have started hearing here, and it's really strange.
Oh, don't worry. It's strange to me, and I've lived here all my life. I still think it's way too early.
It's much too early. Usually, at the earliest.
Well, Thanksgiving is just like our cutoff. Like, that's our holiday before Christmas. So as soon as that's over, that's when Christmas is in full swing. So it's funny to see Christmas decorations here already. And
a month and a half out.
I mean, I guess when some people love Christmas at home, they do the same, but it's not normal.
A little early.
Yeah.
And do you actually, I mean, I know it's all about sitting around, and in fact, I heard a discussion this morning saying Thanksgiving would never take off in Australia because it doesn't have any merchandise associated with it, which is, I think, sadly quite true probably, but sad also that we seem to want a whole lot of the trappings around things. So what is Thanksgiving in the States for those who aren't really that familiar with it? Sam?
Well, it's about being around your family, like playing in college and things like that. You know, a lot of people when they're off at school or, you know, doing their jobs and anything like that, you don't have a lot of time. Sometimes we don't make time for just our family, which we should. And I think it's just a reminder that it's a set in stone day that you're going to be around family and you're going to eat. And like you said, it's not about presents. It's not about anything but the time that you have with your family. And for my family, we would just rotate houses, who hosts every year, on my mom's side and then on my dad's side, you know, or however it's going to go. They just kind of rotate where you have, but you're always going to have the same group of people together. Yeah. And, you know, you really just enjoy each other's company for the full day. I mean, and you get pretty full. You can't eat the whole time.
And so then do you get back together again for Christmas?
Yes.
Because that's only 6 weeks later then, isn't it, really?
We used to, when we were younger, the last 10 years for me, it's always been at my house. So both sides of my parents' families come to our house, which is really nice for us. But when we were younger, it used to be one side of the family for Thanksgiving and the other side of the family for Christmas. So it kind of made it so we could see my mom's side and then my dad's side for Christmas. And I think that often happens as well. Sometimes it is both sides, but I think it makes it easier to be able to see everybody within those.
And I mean, it's called Thanksgiving, so I presume there's some time spent giving thanks for
definitely.
things. Do you actually sit around the table and say what you're thankful for? Is that too cheesy nowadays?
No, we do. I think the last couple of Thanksgivings that I was home, I mean, it was a while ago, so hopefully my family still does it. But we would go around. I mean, even at Christmas, we would do it, whether, because that kind of ends a year as well and what you're thankful for. But just someone, you would just, hold hands and we would, I mean, as a family, we would pray before our meal or over our meal and just say one thing we were all thankful for and just go around the room and, just realizing how much we do have to be thankful for and, recognizing your own and recognizing your families as well.
See, I mean, I would prefer, because Halloween's really quite taking off in Australia now, I would prefer us to take on Thanksgiving than Halloween because it seems a lot more meaningful to me.
Yeah.
To actually take a time to stop and ponder what is good about your life.
Yeah.
Seems like a really positive thing to do.
Yeah. No, it can be, it seems like it's cheesy, but it's really not. Last year we had probably 40-something people over at our house, and so we were all in the backyard gathered around in a circle, and every single person went around and said one thing they were thankful for, and it just becomes like a surreal experience, listening to other people and then thinking about something that really you're thankful for as well.
Some good feel-good moments for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's cynicism out there, though. Brad says, can they really be giving thanks considering your new president?
You can. There's always something to be thankful for, whether or not you support President-elect Trump. You have to respect that he won.
Well, you can be thankful that you've got a democracy where people can have their say.
That's exactly it. You have, there's always something.
Or you can be thankful that in 4 years you can vote again.
Yeah, and wish him the best luck.
Well,
He's here,
exactly.
so.
You have to. That's who
we want him to succeed.
You can't want anyone in power to.
No, because that has reverberations, doesn't
everyone,
it? Indeed. Indeed. Sam Logic is in the studio with me and Colleen Planeta, both of them Adelaide Lightning basketball players, with us for a short while or a long while. We're not quite sure, but I presume it's a short while. What's been your experience of being in Adelaide, Sam?
Well, I've been told that this is a crazy spring, I should say.
Oh, yeah, weather-wise, this is not anything to go by normally.
That's what I've heard. So we keep hoping that it's going to turn around and stay warm. A couple 33-degree days followed by a couple 19. So
the thing is, you're going to get a real shock when summer actually
40.
hits and it's 40 for 12 days in a row,
We have been told that. They say careful what you wish for. Our team tells us careful what you wish for, but I've loved it here so far. I think the people are amazing. Everyone I've been around, whether it's for me, I've never been to Australia before. So a couple weeks ago, went to feed my first kangaroos and see my first kangaroos, hold a koala and do, the touristy things. but I've definitely enjoyed my time here so far.
Have they got you eating a pie floater yet?
I have not. Have you?
I've never heard of that. No.
Oh, the joys are still out there for you.
Still have some things
It's
to do.
basically a pie in pea soup
Oh.
with tomato sauce all over it, or ketchup as you call it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes, even some Adelaideans can't face that, but but it's very well known here in South Australia as the thing you have to do before you go. It's usually after a big night when you get tired and emotional.
Okay. All right. Well,
If you're
we gotta
open
try
to the
that one.
experience.
I feel like if that's the thing you have to do, you have to try it at some point.
And Colleen, it's not that different from Victoria. I'm sure it's a bit quieter probably here than where you've been.
Yes, definitely than Melbourne, but I'm from Arizona, and this reminds me more of Arizona. It really does. And like I said, I've been here in the winter, which at home is summer. So for me, I've had 3 straight years of winter. So this weather has actually been killing me because I'm so ready for that summer, those summer months. We get a couple of days and I get real excited. My skin, I've burned a couple of times, not seeing the sun for the last 3 years. But the beaches are beautiful here. And I love how quiet it is. Like I said, it's a lot closer to home than Melbourne is.
Well, look, I really do think that you'll find that weather-wise that will turn around and you're going to... You're already going to be hit with it at some point, as we all will be. But how's the basketball going too for you? Feeling positive about the season?
Absolutely. You have to be. Obviously, we haven't gotten all the results that we've wanted or even expected out of ourselves, but I think what's great about this group is I think that we're pretty resilient, and I think that we still come to work every single day and practice and train hard every single day for each other, whether it's in the weight room or if it's in our individuals or at practice together. I think that we really are turning a corner. I think that we're learning. We're pretty young, but I really enjoy being around the girls and around our coaches, and I think that we'll be turning it around.
Well, let's hope so. Colleen, this is, I think, the highest level you've played, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
And what's the experience been like for you?
Yeah, exactly what Sam has said. I've really enjoyed it as well. It's much more intense than 2 times a week and playing once on the weekends. But again, I prefer that. It's we're such a hardworking group, and that makes it easy to come and play for each other every day, even when the results aren't exactly what we want. We're working towards that, and you can see it as getting better and better.
Is it hard breaking into a new team though, and feeling that unity? I mean, both of you are relatively new to the team.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people are new to our team, though. So I think in that sense, it's kind of nice because then there wasn't too many roles. I mean, whether it's good or bad, but many roles like that were
established
sort of
thing,
so much. And so just kind of learning to mesh together. So I think any team that has, 2, 3, 4 new players at any point, it's kind of difficult to kind of find your identity and your chemistry, like Colleen said. And but I think it's starting to come together. I think we're starting to learn how to play together, and that just takes time. I mean, no matter how hard you practice, when you get against different people, to get your flow and to get your gelling and how you want to be, it just takes time. And I think we work hard enough for it to happen. So I really do believe that it's coming.
So I hope the results will come too. Well, it's been lovely to meet you, and I hope that somehow today you get to sit down and really be thankful and experience the kind of Thanksgiving that isn't quite like home, but as close to it as it possibly can be.
We're going to try to make it that.
Yeah.
Making some dinner, having some teammates over.
Can I just ask though, who developed pumpkin pie? Because I've tried it and I don't love it.
Really? I don't know who developed it.
Google search.
Yeah.
But is that a favourite for you?
It's not my favorite.
It's not my favorite either. No.
A lot of people love it though.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
My
get
dad
it.
loves it.
I don't get it at all.
I go for
Chocolate.
apple pie.
Apple pie.
Chocolate, anything.
All right, Sam Logic and Colleen Planeta, thank you so much for both joining us in the studio today. Adelaide Lightning basketball US imports on Thanksgiving. It's 21 minutes past 3.